Hello, this is Lisa Shea, and these instructions are for folding a money origami frog. You can fold this with a bill of any denomination, including euros, or if you want, you can just cut a piece of paper to the size of a dollar bill. So you can do this with regular paper if you want, and with origami paper, or with dollar bills, or with other bills. I know I'm using a $100 bill, which some of you will think is expensive, but these are for a very special wedding present. And there are certainly cases where a large bill is what you want to give with someone. Maybe you're trying to help a daughter with their rent or something. So take a bill of whatever denomination is appropriate for your purpose. If you want to add on the eyes, you will want some glue and some wiggly eyes too. So this is the glue, and these little things are wiggly eyes that you can get at any craft store. You don't have to use the glue and wiggly eyes, they just make it more clear it's a frog. And if you're an origami purist, you might want to know that people in Japan did in fact use other things to decorate their origami, so it is perfectly fine to add things if you wish. So let's clear the space a little and set up the frogs to watch. So you start with your bill or piece of paper, if you want to use a piece of paper instead, and you're going to fold one corner down to the other side and make a triangle. So start by folding the corner down and give this a nice sharp crease. You'll want to make sure that all your creases are very sharp for this fold. So that's how the first part looks, with a triangle shape. Unfold that. Now we're going to do the same thing for the opposite point. So we'll take the opposite point and fold it down to the opposing side. And again, give it a nice sharp crease. When that is done, you've got a triangle. Again, unfold that. Now you're going to take the short end of the bill and you're aiming for where those two X's end at the side of the paper. So you're going to fold this top part down to the end of where the X is and give that a nice sharp crease. So now you can see the two halves of the X meet at a point, and the point is on this fold that you just made. That's the other side of the bill. Now you unfold it. Now this next part is going to be a water bomb base. This is going to be a little tricky, so I'll do this slowly. What we're going to do is get these fold lines we just made to fold into the center. So you see I'll show it squishing to give you a sense of how this works. You're going to fold down on that fold line you made earlier and crease it up to the center point of the X. So you do that on one side, and then you go to the other side and the same thing on that line that you creased, which is why the creases have to be sharp. You press it down up to the center, and we just leave the top loose for now while we work on the bottom part. Get those creases to be nice and sharp, and you can see you've got two triangles down there that are pressing flat against the rest of the dollar bill. And the top is just a little floppy for now. So once we've got the two bottom parts pressed down flat, now you see on the top part, we're going to push that down to lay on top of the bottom two flaps we just made. So we'll do this slowly so you can see how this works. Press gently down on the top and you'll see that it squashes down into a triangle along those folds that we made previously. So we'll show us from different angles. Just press it down gently and fold it along those crease lines you made before. You see how it accordions in the middle? This might take you a few tries to get the hang of, and if you make those creases very sharp, that really helps it fold down along the crease lines. And once you've got it down flat, give them an even stronger crease to hold it in shape. This is going to be the frog's head here that we're making. So you can see how the creases have formed a triangle now. See it from all the different angles. So that's the pointy part of the head here that we have just made. So the next step is to take one of the end points and bring it up to the nose point. So you just fold that up and have the point match, and then crease down the side. And you can see that formed a little triangle. Incidentally, if you make the kabuto helmet, this is the same set of steps that you make for the kabuto helmet. You take the other end point and fold it up to the top of the nose area. And again, give that a crease. So now we've formed a diamond shape here in the center of his head. And you can see with the 2 points there and how the points connect up to that top area. So there's the diamond. Now the next step is to turn these into his legs. This next part doesn't have to be exact because it's all up to you how you want the leg to look. But what you want to do is fold this out at a 90-degree angle and have that side line go over to the edge of the diamond. So you'll see this more clearly once I hold it up. See that the leg is out at a 90-degree angle now, and that's the same as the helmet again. So you're making the helmet shape, but these are going to be the frog's legs. So if you look at it that way, that's the leg of the frog sticking out there. So again, this part doesn't need to be exact because it's just how the leg's going to look. And now we fold the other point out at a 90-degree angle. And you can have short legs or long legs depending on how you fold this. And now he's got the 2 points are both pointing out sideways, and these form the 2 legs of the frog. So now our frog is starting to take shape. You can see the head is in shape, but now we need to make the body a little thinner. So fold one of the long sides towards the center. It doesn't have to be all the way towards the center. You can leave it a little bit short, which will help it fold a little easier. So fold that side in. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to fold the long side in towards the center. So just give that a nice sharp crease as usual. If you're using bills, it's a little trickier because it's a little stiffer. So make sure you press down hard. Now we're going to fold this in thirds so that he makes a little folding body. So 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. And the same thing here. So it's going to fold in an S shape. Instead of measuring this out, I find it easier just to wiggle it around a little, and eventually you'll find the spot where it all folds and fits into 1/3 and 2/3 and 3/3. So you just give it a little wiggling, a little squishing to get the paper to fold over properly, and eventually you find the spot where everything fits and you squish it down. And again, this doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't matter exactly how long the frog body is, but there you can see how it's in thirds and how it stretches out. He will sit much flatter once you sit him under a book for a while, but this is him in his fresh state. Now this is supposed to be a jumping frog. It works better with stiff index paper kind of paper. Bills are a little soft, so you can see he doesn't jump very well, but he does jump. So he is fun to play with. Now if you gave this to someone without eyes, they might not know what it is. It is sort of a vague shape. So I like to put eyes on them so that you can know for sure it's a frog, rather than having to make your recipient guess what this strange thing is. So I put 2 little dots of glue, and you can use actual googly eyes from a store, or you can just cut circles out of cardboard or construction paper or whatever you want to use for the eyeballs. And the person can either take the eyes back off when they want to spend the bill, or they can of course give the bill to the clerk with the eyes on, which will make it even more cute. So there is the frog finished with the eyes, if you choose to add the eyes, with his little frog friends. Again, the purpose of this is to give a special gift to someone. So if someone's having a wedding and you want to give them a gift that they can use, maybe they need help with their honeymoon payments or whatever, you can give them a nice gift of a $20 bill or a $50 bill or a $100 bill, and instead of just handing them a regular dollar bill, you can give them something cute. This is also great for graduation presents. Often when someone's graduating and going off to college, the parents want to give them some money so that they can pay for their pizza and all that sort of thing. So there are many reasons to give people money presents where you want the present to look nicer than just handing them a regular dollar bill. You can visit lisashea.com for more origami videos and all sorts of information about origami, and ask me if you've got any questions. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.